Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube tutorial. Today we are going to learn about communication skills. So, whether we realize it or not, we are communicating all the time. Whenever we are speaking, writing, or we are sending messages over phone like post, or we are writing email, etc., we are communicating in some way, directly or indirectly, verbally or non-verbally. So whenever we are talking, or whenever we are writing, whenever we are speaking, we are communicating. So here we are going to learn about communication skills and different types of communication skills. So the first question is, what is communication skills? Communication skills are made up of two words, communication and skills. So what is communication? Communication is the process of transmitting and sharing idea, opinions, facts, etc. from one person to another, or to one organization to another. Or we can simply say communication is the simplest act of transmitting information from one person to another. So you will understand in this way, when two persons are communicating, at that time what is happening? One person is asking for information and the other person is giving the information. So what is happening over there? They are sharing their ideas, opinion, facts with each other. So that is all about communication. Now what is the skills? Skills are the expertise or talent needed in order to do a task or a job. Now simply when we are communicating, it is also a task where we are sharing the information. So I should possess some skills. I should be expertise in that skill, so that I can do an effective communication over there. So from here we can understand what is communication skills. Next, what is the need of communication skills? Communication skills are those skills which are needed to speak and write properly. Communication skills are the abilities you use when giving and receiving different kind of information. So you will understand in this way. Suppose a communication is going on and two persons are communicating with each other. So at one time one person is going to be act as a sender and another person is going to be act as a receiver. So in this type of communication skills are required, so that whatever communication is taking place, the communication should be efficient and effective. Next, communication skills include communicating new ideas, feelings, or even update on your project. So where we are using communication skills, suppose I want to exchange new ideas in my office, or we can say with my friends and colleagues. So I need a good communication skills to express my ideas. I want to express my feelings. Suppose I am sad, angry, I am happy, or whatever. So to express my feeling also, we need a good communication skills, or to update a project. Next, what are the integral parts are included in communication? So communication skills involve listening, speaking, observing, and empathizing. So whenever a communication is taking place, suppose two persons are communicating with each other. So one person is going to act as a sender and another person is going to act as a receiver. Sender is the person who is going to initiate the communication. So he is going to be speak and the another person is going to listen. And this is the same process which is going on while a communication. So therefore, good reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills are essential for effective communication. Communication skills also helpful to understand the differences in how to communicate through face-to-face interactions, phone conversation, or digital communication like email and social media. So in all this type of communication skills play a very important and vital role. So till now we have already understand what is communication skills and what is communication. So we will again go through it. The word communication comes from the Latin word communicare, meaning to share. Communication is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. Or, in simple words, we can say that it is a process of transmitting and sharing ideas, opinion, facts, etc. from one person to another or one organization to another. Next, we are going to understand about communication process through this communication process diagram. So whenever communication is taking place, suppose we are taking an example of interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication take place between two individuals and is thus a one-to-one conversation. So a one-to-one conversation is taking place between two person. So you can understand through this diagram, one person is the sender and another person is the receiver at one time. So when a sender is going to ask a question, sender is the person who is going to initiate the communication and he is going to ask for information from the receiver. Now the receiver is going to receive the information and according to that he is going to be reply give the information to the receiver. So this is the simple process which is going to be take place in one to one conversation which we have understand through a communication process diagram. Next, what is an importance of communication skills? Your ability to communicate clearly and share thoughts, feelings, and ideas will help you in all your relationships. Communication skills are needed to inform. You may be required to give facts or information to someone. For example, communicating the timetable of an exam to a friend. Influence. You may be required to influence or change someone in an indirect but usually important way. For example, negotiating with a shopkeeper to reduce the price or helping a friend to overcome stress due to exam or any other reason. Expressing feelings. Talking about your feeling is a healthy way to express them. For example, sharing your excitement and doing well in your exam or sharing your feelings with your parents and friends. So, communication skills play a very important role. Developing your communication skills can helps all aspects of your life from your professional life to social gathering and everything in between. So, communication skills are needed in almost all aspect of life. Next, what are the elements of communication? Communication is a two-way exchange of information, that is, giving and receiving. Speaking and writing to someone are example of giving information. Reading and listening to someone are example of receiving information. So, communication cannot happen if there is only one person. It takes at least two people or parties to make some communication. So the elements of communication can be, so the first element is sender. Sender is the one who initiate the communication. So we can say the communication process start with a sender. Next element is encoding. In encoding, we give some structure or form to the idea or information which we want to send to the receiver through the communication channel. So sender sends a message giving or asking for information. Now whatever message is going to be sent by the sender, it is going to be travel through a communication channel. So communication channel is the path through which a communication is going to be set up and the message is going to be traveled through that communication channel. We can understand in this way, Suppose I am communication on a mobile phone or through a phone. So here phone is a communication channel through which a message is going to be sent from the sender to the receiver, or face to face conversation is there. So here environment is the channel through which a conversation is taking place. The next element is the receiver. Now the receiver, or we can say recipient, is the person who is going to receive the message, or we can say it is the target audience for the communication. Next element is decoding. Now once the receiver receives the message, he or she should use the same medium and should decode the received message so that message can be comprehended and understood. And this process will be go on. Now suppose the receiver want to send the message, so the receiver is going to send a message and it is going to use the communication channel to send the message, which is going to be received by the receiver, and this process will be go on, and all these elements are involved in the process of communication. What is effective communication? Effective communication is defined as the ability to convey information to another effectively and efficiently. Whether we realize it or not, we are communicating all the time. So communication in any of the form will send the message across, but not all communication is effective. Effective communication refers to the right way or style of communication that makes the right impact and deliver the right message across. So for example, if you can choose the right words, take appropriate pauses, maintain eye contact with the audience and hold their attention while keeping a healthy body language, you will be known as a good speaker or even as a effective communicator. Effective communication can happen if we follow the basic principles of professional communication skills. These can be abbreviated as 7 C's, that is clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete and courteous. So simply, for an effective communication we should follow these 7 C's. Then whatever communication is taking place, it is an effective communication. So whenever we are communicating, we should be clear about what you want to say. In concise, use simple words and say only what is needed. Concrete means use exact words and phrases. Correct, use correct spelling, language and grammar. Coherent, your words should make sense and should be related to the main topic. Complete, your message should have all the needed information which you want to communicate. And courteous, the most important one, be respectful, friendly and honest when you are communicating. So for an effective communication, we should follow all these 7 C's principle. So whatever communication is taking place, it should be effective and efficient. So this much only in my this tutorial. In our next tutorial, we are going to learn about types of communication. So please like and subscribe my video and click on the bell icon to get all the notification of my upcoming videos.